time of this recording, I think at the start I said, or if I put this at the start, I will say that this will be part of my Series 11 Comic-Con trailer thoughts and analysis, but I think this is going a bit too long, and that one looks quite long anyway, so I think I might just do this as its own separate thing. So I'll just so putting this bit at the start, so then you'll get my thoughts on it, and then I'm now going to go and do the ending, which you'll get to in a bit. Hey everyone, Nick here. Whilst editing the video, I realised that I hadn't talked about the news about the missing episodes being reanimated, so I've decided to record this quick segment in before we carry on. I know it's already quite a long one anyway, so I've only just started editing it, so I'm just quickly going to put this in at the end when I get around to that. So, okay, so apparently we are going to be getting the Macra Terror, all 4 episodes, and 4 missing episodes from the 4 missing episodes of the 6-parter, The Wheel in Space, which are both Patrick Troughton's Second Doctor stories. Macra Terror's from Season 4, Wheel in Space is the final story of Season 5, which is also Zoe's first story, and episodes 3 and 6 survived. You can find them on the Lost in Time box set. Where did that go? We can get you that out for you. Also, the story apparently has a reconstruction that's available to stream somewhere. So the missing episodes have been reconstructed somewhere. Here we go. Here we go. Lost in Time. You can find the 2 episodes on disc 3, which is the second Doctor disc. And I will say, the last episode is very good, and it would be a great way to end the box set if the Space Pirates episode 2 hadn't existed on its own. If it was missing or with more than two fellow episodes, then yeah, it wouldn't be on the set. Unless the more than 2 fellow episodes was episodes 4, 5 or 6, then I'd be fine with that. Because 4, 5 and 6 of Space Pirates are actually alright. Not brilliant, they're okay. It's better than the first half of the story. Episode 3 is absolutely garbage. I've watched some of the reconstructions of the missing episodes, and yeah, so I can safely. So my thoughts on Macra Terror is that it's good, but it's not amazing. It's pretty good. I think with visuals it'll probably be a bit better, and I mean proper visuals as opposed to still footage. And same for Wheel in Space, although I think Wheel in Space is a really good story, especially the second half. Macra Terror, I think it's pretty consistent. Wheel in Space gets better as it goes along. And yeah, apparently, was it the Times that this news came out? Apparently, I think it was the Times who said this this was happening. And then I've heard they're not the most reliable source, but you don't know, it could still happen. Apparently the news is that these 8 episodes, the Macra Terror and Wheel in Space episodes 1, 2, 4 and 5, will be getting reanimated. Yes! If the news is true. Of course, it may not necessarily be true. However, I have heard that they are going to bring out more Doctor Who DVDs. And also, they've started the complete collection Blu-rays. Presumably, they'll be doing more seasons. Me and my friends at the Universals did debate about which ones they would do next. The most likely 3 are Season 13 to continue the 4th Doctor, or Season 7 or 19 to introduce audiences to the 3rd or the 5th Doctor in their first season. And I think Matt or someone mentioned that they may want to get all of these season boxes out before the 13th Doctor's first season comes on air, or before it comes to DVD Blu-ray, in which case they've got to get a leg on, especially considering there's a couple from Season 4 that need to be completely animated, as well as some with partly missing stories. I don't think they'll release... I doubt if they'll even release another one before Series 11 comes on DVD and Blu-ray. They might get 1 or 2 out. As for individual stories, these two could potentially come out. So I think, yeah, if they're going to reanimate some of these missing episodes, that's good. And also, this would help them with seasons 1 to 6 complete collections. Okay, yeah, season 6 called Space Pirates. If they reanimate some of the missing episodes, or reconstruct the missing episodes, then they can release the complete season box sets. So with season 1, to start with William Hartnell, you've got they've already done Reign of Terror parts 4 and 5, but the entirety of Parker Polo has to be done. And season 2 is Galaxy 4 episodes 1, 2. Sorry, that's season 3. It's the Crusade parts 2 and 4 for season 2. 3, it's Galaxy 4 parts 1, 2 and 4, Mission to the Unknown, The Myth Makers, all 4 episodes, Daleks Master Plan parts 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 and 12, the latter 2 being the best episodes. The entirety of Massacre, or St. Bartholomew's New Year's Eve, like Myth Makers, they're both 4-parters, and Mission is a 1. Not the Ark. The Celestial Toymaker 1 to 3, and The Savages 4 parts. All of the stories of season 3 are 4-parters, apart from the 2 Dalek ones, which are 1 and 12 respectively. Season 4, it's pretty much every story has at least 1 missing episode. To all of the 4-part Smugglers, they've done the 10th Planet Part 4, they've done Power the Daleks, all 6 episodes. The Highlanders, that's a full 4-parter. Underwater Menace, they did reconstructions for episodes 1 and 4, but I think a lot of people hated those reconstructions, so they might want to reanimate those. Similarly, Galaxy 4 had a condensed reconstruction of its missing episodes. I think a full reconstruction is needed for the new releases. They got away with it for VHSs, but I think they would need the full episodes for the DVDs. Anyway, Moonbase, episodes 1 and 3, animated. Then it's Macra Terror. That's 4 parts, needs to be done. Faceless Ones is episodes 1 and 3 survive, so that's 2, 4, 5 and 6 need to be done. And Evil of the Daleks 1 and 3 to 7. That's season 4. Season 5, it's Ice Warriors have been done. 2 and 3 have been done. Abominable Snowman, that needs to be completely done besides episode 2. Then we get to Ice Warriors. Tomb of the Cybermen exists. That was the first. So Tomb of the Cybermen exists. Abominable Snowman, episodes 1 and 3 to 6 needs to be done. Ice Warriors 2 and 3 be done. Enemy completely survives. Web of Fear, they need to animate or find episode 3. Or recover, if they've already know where it is. Then it's Fury from the Deep, that needs to be completely done. Will in Space, 1, 2, 4 and 5. Season 6, it's pretty much all intact apart from The Invasion, which has its 2 missing episodes, 1 and 4 surviving, and the Space Pirate, not surviving, they're missing, but they've been animated. And the Space Pirates, which is 6 episodes, only episode 2 survives, and so the other 5 episodes will have to be animated. Although you can take your time with that one, that is the worst story of all time, so you can take your time with that one. So, if the rumours are true, we'll be getting the Macra Terror and the Win in Space, especially if we're not getting that reconstruction version from the States on DVD. And also, this brings us a step closer to having the Season 4 and 5 Blu-ray box sets for anyone who wants those. Personally, I'm not really worried about them at the moment. Maybe I'll pick them up a bit, maybe later on, maybe when the prices go down, maybe when I get a bit more interested. Thankfully, I've completed the DVD collection, so I'm not terribly worried about that, besides some older releases of stories that have got special editions. But I've got the special editions, and some of them got the older releases, so besides getting some of those older releases, it's mainly spin-offs I'll be focusing on from now on, or Big Finish Audios, when I can get the money to buy some more, buy some. But yeah, the complete season Blu-ray sets are worth considering. At least season 12 will be, and any others that come out. But it looks good. But those who want complete season box sets, and heck, I'd honestly be up for having complete season box sets on DVD, Blu-ray out there, not just for the new series. Then Macra Terror and Win in Space being completed will bring us a step closer for both seasons. Season 5 probably be the more... No, they're both pretty equal, to be honest. I think, yeah, they're both pretty equal, more or less, in terms of completion, besides the fact Season 5's got less stories. That's only 7 compared to 4 to 9. So far there's no complete story from Season 4 in terms of all of the live action episodes. Only in terms of animation or reconstruction. So that's a shame. Hopefully we'll be able to find some more episodes from Season 4 to complete the story. At least one story. Thankfully, on the other hand, Season 2 has barely been touched. Only 2 missing episodes from that season, and only 7 from Season 6. And 1 has 9 missing, but 3 and 4 are the most affected, and I think 5 was badly affected too. Yeah, but this would be great if the Macra Terror and the missing episodes of The Wind in Space are being reanimated. That would be great. And that brings us 2 more stories in the catalogue, and there's a few more afterwards, and still a couple of stories to go until seasons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 can have those complete collected season box sets, be it DVD or Blu-ray. Probably not DVD, but definitely Blu-ray when the times come. But certainly during these reanimations, definitely to do more animations. If they can't find the original Web of Fear, they might, for the actual Web of Fear episode 3, they might want to consider animating that as well as the Underwater Menace 1 and 4, and maybe bring out special editions of those stories when that happens, in Webb's case, or if they find episode 3, find/recover. So that'd be great, getting special editions of those stories out. I don't think any of them should come out on Blu-ray if they're not part of the complete collection box sets, because that, like with Power of the Daleks and Shada, that's just increasing definitely for collectors, that's definitely more to get. But yeah, and also in terms of a money base into Entertain and BBC Worldwide, they may want to just consider having them on Blu-ray for the complete series, the complete season box sets. There may be some exceptions, like great stories like Dalek Master Plan, for example. There could be some exceptions, and maybe some of the completely animated stories like Macra Terror. I also think Pyramids of Mars should get a Blu-ray because it was on the Sarah Jane Adventures Series 4 Blu-ray, and yeah, it might not be in great quality. It probably would work, and maybe you could get one out for each of Doctors. We've got 2, 4, and 5. No, Doctors 2, 3, and 4 have at least one Blu-ray at the moment, excluding complete seasons. That's Power of the Daleks, Spearhead from Space, and Shada, plus the TV movie for 8. I think we could get ones out for 1, 5, 6, and 7, and then after that, plus Pyramids of Mars and some of the other classic ones, but not all of them. And then after that, just leave it to be complete seasons, complete season box sets. But yeah, it'd be great to have these stories back in their individual DVDs, and for those collecting the complete seasons, as part of the complete season box sets. So that's great, and having them animated is great anyway, and it'd be so good. And if the news is true, I'm excited. I'd be happy about that. They've got 8 to do, but they've only got... It's for 4 parts. 4 per story. Which one do I think will come out first? Well, with Wind in Space, they may want to sort out the surviving episodes as well. They might want to give a quick clean or something on them ones. Just make sure they're up to scratch, just like Enemy of the World's ones were. For its special edition, just like... including the surviving episodes. Same with Web of Fear, Underwater Menace Episode 3, and Moonbase is surviving too, when that one got animated. Just give it, so maybe they may want to do a bit of touch up to make sure episodes 3 and 6 of Wind in Space are as good as they possibly could on a new release, as opposed to maybe what they look like in Lost in Time in 2004. Just clean them up a bit to make sure they look even better. And yeah, and then stick them with the other 4 episodes. So I think Macra Terror will actually come first. However, if they release the reconstruction version of the Wheel in Space, that one might come first. And to be honest, as great as they could release both, they could release both on the same DVD. You could have 2 versions. Heck, they've had two animated versions of Power of the Daleks, colour and black and white, on the Blu-ray, and they've got the normal reconstruction version on both the DVD and the Blu-ray. So you could have the American reconstruction version and the British animated version of Wheel in Space released. And then again, that's another reason why Macra Terror would come first, because there's not one of those at all yet, besides the fan ones. So an official one, not really. So that one would be first, because that's less to do, whilst the Wheel in Space ones, they'd have to negotiate to get to the reconstructions, if they could at all. And then they've got to clean up the other 2 episodes, the surviving 2 episodes, to fit with both. Or, well, with the animated ones at least, the reconstructions they'd probably be okay with. And even if without the American reconstruction, it's just the animated ones and the surviving 2, I still think that would be a later one because of its surviving episodes needing a bit of a polish just before. So Macra Terror doesn't really need that, so that one will probably be first. But I'm not sure if these 2 are the most notable stories to be released, and I'm not sure which one would be. I think Wheel in Space is more notable because it's Zoe's first story and it's a Cyberman one. It's the only of the current stories, only of the Cybermen stories not to be released on DVD or Blu-ray yet. Not Blu-ray. Well, it will be soon. It will be as part of season 5. It's the only Cyberman story not yet released on DVD. Dalek ones, there are still 3 more left, include Mission to the Unknown, Master Plan, and Evil. And Power is completely animated, so like how Macra Terror will be, if they don't find any surviving episodes of that, missing episodes of that. So Wheel in Space might be a bit more of a notable one than Macra Terror, but with the cleanups to episodes 3 and 6, cleanups, polish, and possibility of having the reconstruction version from America joining it, the British animated one, then Macra Terror will probably be first, because there's less to do there. In terms of why they chose those 2, not sure, but I'm just glad they did. Some of the other choices are quite... may not understand. I don't know why they chose the Reign of Terror to do one. I could understand Invasion, because that's a big 8-part story, and they've got nearly all the episodes. I suppose the same for Reign of Terror, that's 6 parts, they got nearly all the episodes. They've done Ice Warriors, probably the same reason, and it's an Ice Warrior story. They've got all the Ice Warrior stories, and it's released the year that one pops back up in the new series. 10th Planet, the last episode, and it's a really crucial one. It's when we get to the moon base that you can question the decision, although I would probably put it down to having the surviving audio, like on the Lost in Time box set, which then brings me to ponder why they haven't done the Crusades the same way. And then Power of the Daleks, that makes sense, 50th anniversary, big story, big 6-part story, big 50th anniversary, really popular story. They've done that, and Sharded the year after that was just to complete that story, and that they weren't really animating missing episodes, they were animating unfilmed segments. That was good. So it's really the choices afterwards. It's really what you want to animate what you want next. These 2 probably seem like just pick 2 story choices, or okay. And certainly in Macra Terror's case, in Wheel in Space, they probably knew that maybe we can't get the American one version over, reconstruction over, so we have to make our own. So we'll do that and get that out the way. And Macra Terror is just another one, and they just decided to do that. Yeah, I still think the Crusade should still be done, because for the same reasons of the moon base. But yeah, so that's pretty much my thoughts. Which one would I personally like to see next? Besides the Crusade, I would probably say the Daleks' Master Plan. It's a big project. It'd be 9 episodes, plus Mission to the Unknown, unless that had its own separate one, which it could. Plus a polish of the Surviving 3. And that would definitely be one that would be a good release on a Steelbook Blu-ray, like Power of the Daleks. For those if you wanted to release a Blu-ray version. And yeah, it's a big fan favourite, and personally it's my favourite first Doctor story after I watched the reconstruction version with the surviving episodes as well. So yeah, that's a good one. I know a lot of people would have liked that, or either the Daleks or Marco Polo. The one I would see last would be either the Space Pirates, because that's just the worst, and I think a lot of people don't like that one, and probably why it hasn't been returned or was missing in the first place. Or the Wheel in Space, in case there's a chance. Not Wheel in Space, the Web of Fear, episode 3, in case there's a chance we can find the actual missing episode 3, and if we can, then we can get that one out once it's sorted. We don't have to worry about an animated or reconstructed version, apart from the one that was on the 2014 DVD as an extra. But we wouldn't have to worry about animating it, so Web of Fear would probably be, or Web of Fear Special Edition and Season 5 Blu-ray would be the last ones, because we should wait a few more years to make sure we can possibly get episode 3 back. When it looks like there is no chance of it, that's when we do the Web of Fear Special Edition, and I think Season 5 should be the last box set to be put onto Blu-ray for that reason. But as for the other stories, Space Pirates should be the last one, because it sucks so bad, and also it's the penultimate story of Doctor Who, so the second Doctor's era, and season 6. So it's something of a goal to go towards the end of the 60s. If you think Marco Polo is like the start of, if you're going in order, Marco Polo is the start of all of it, and it's the one where you begin with. And Space Pirates is the one you aim to get to finish it. And then once that's over, you'll be like, oh, God. Thank God that's over. And especially after watching that story. I mean, you'd probably be like, oh, thank goodness it's over by the time you get to Win Space. We just have to not worry about this last one. Oh, wait, hang on, I don't know what I'm saying. So, yeah, it's like if you went in order, Marco Polo would be the first one. That's where you start, and Space Pirates is where you aim to get to by the end. As terrible as an ending it would be, well, you can blame War Games for being complete for that, which is a good thing, to be honest. So, yeah, Space Pirates would be an aim to get to, and to be honest, I think we should leave it as an aim to get to, even if the rest of the order is a bit muddled up. But yeah, Space Pirates would definitely be a good one to end on, because it's an end on. It's an ending, more or less. I would, besides Web of Fear, if they haven't, Web of Fear / Special Edition, if they haven't recovered episode 3, then they would have to animate episode 3. An alternative one to end on would, alternatively, you can end on a good one, but that isn't Web of Fear. In case Space Pirates is too awful to finish on, you've got to get that one out to be the penultimate / third to last if Web is last or penultimate. In which case, a good one to end on, probably Marco Polo, because that's got the most episodes to be animated besides Master Plan. So, actually no, I wouldn't put that last. Something like The Massacre, or actually Actually, I think Macra Terror could have been a good one to go last. Maybe you could have the two Yeti stories released together, the Abominable Snowman and the Web of Fear Special Edition. That way, you've also got the last 2 stories for Season 5 before that goes out, otherwise it's a bit unfair for the other ones. So you could work your way throughout the other ones, but skipping the 2 Yeti ones until Web of Fear Episode 3 is found, or all of the others have been done. You know you have to do Web of Fear Episode 3, and you may as well release the special edition alongside Abominable Snowman, like they did with the Mannequin Mania box set, with Spearhead from Space and Terror of the Zygons. Not Terror of the Zygons, Terror of the Autons, with the Spearhead from Space special edition. So, they could do that. That's an idea. And if Episode 3 of Web of Fear is found, then, could end on a Hartnell. I don't want to say the Myth Makers, because that's a good one. But it's not a great one. I don't want to say the Celestial Toymaker, because that's too good. I don't want to say the Massacre, that's not that great. Galaxy 4? I know I want that one out so badly, but there isn't really a great choice. It's either they're too good or not good enough to go last. If they're not the Space Pirates or the Yeti stories, then Galaxy 4 or the Crusade is the most logical one to do next, so that should already. Another option would probably be the Faceless ones, because that is very good. And it's a very good story. Or Evil of the Daleks. I'd go with Evil of the Daleks as the last one. Ones that end on last. Hey, you've got Master Plan before that, so you may as well be happy. And it's always good to end on the Dalek story, and the end of Season 4, and the end of the Second Doctor's first season. So, yeah, that'd be good. So, we can't take the news too seriously at the moment, but we can definitely hope, and it'd be nice to think this could happen, or will be happening, and yeah. And I'm also holding out for Episode 3 of Web of Fear being returned at some point in the next couple of years. I think the year we should go, no, that's it. Unless it's confirmed to the BBC or whoever that they've been able to recover the episode, or they're in the process of recovering, they're in negotiations or anything. If there's nothing like that by 2023, I think 2023 should be it, the 60th anniversary. If there's nothing by November 2023, they should order the Web of Fear to be done, and also the Abominable Snowman if that's not done already. As that is quite a few years wait till the last 2 stories are released. They might want Abominable Snowman out before, and they might just have a 2-story collection maybe later on, like what they did with earlier years with the Sideman collection, the Dalek collection, the Third Doctor collection, where they had previously released DVDs and they just put them in a box set. And Dreadful War's another one of them. They previously released stories, and they now appear in a box set, but it's not like ones like The Beginning or even the Davros collection. Well, Davros collection counts as well, but it's a bit of a different one. But it's not like ones like New Beginnings or the Beginning box set where they're exclusively part of their DVDs. No, it's something like more like an introduction to the 3rd, 4th, 5th Doctors ones, if you know what I mean. Older releases in a new box, but they're not exclusive to that box. But Terror of the Autons, for example, is exclusive to Spearhead, and so Spearhead from Space Special Edition to the Mannequin Mania box set. But yeah, that's what I think 2023 should be the year they go, right, if it's not here by now, or if there's no news about it, we're just going to have it animated. I think that's 5 years away. I think that's enough time, 10 years, possibly 12, if you go from when they originally found it in 2011. So 10 to 12 years. If it's not found, then they should have an animated version of the story released on DVD in 2024, and Season 5, their box set, Blu-ray box set with the animated episode 3 would then follow shortly. So, especially at the rate that they're going at this, though, to be honest, at the rate they're going at this season box sets, it might not be the last one. So, yeah. So that's my thoughts. I think this is I've said this is... I'm trying to wrap it up so many times, then I just carry on. Okay, I'm going to stop now. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. Don't forget to click below to subscribe to the official Nicholas Payne YouTube channel. I would be at now time of recording. I think this segment may be a bit too long to go as part of this excuse me. So thank you for watching this reaction, this tease reaction. So thank you for watching this little video on my thoughts about Wheel in Space and Macra Terror getting, possibly getting animated. Macra Terror is completely in Wheel in Space. It's just the missing 4 and it should get it alongside the 2 surviving. I think that should...